Welcome to Body Basics, and I'm your web mistress, Sherrille. Thank you for coming for the next edition of the question of the week. This question comes from Barbara from Baltimore, Maryland, and she asked, what are the proper ways and means of doing your breathing for your exercising or extended exercising? Okay, I have several answers for that. And I like that question too. First of all, we need oxygen just to live. Okay, this is a given. So I'm not going to beat the obvious to death. But, when you're exercising, you have to have the proper amount of oxygen in your system to be able to do what you need to do effectively. Okay. Second, when you have situations where your chest is tight, your heart is racing, and your breathing might be laboring, well, the breathing techniques that you have to use to calm your heart rate are very imperative. You are intrinsically in control of your body functions, more so. And in situations like this, where you feel yourself getting anxious, then you should try these techniques. And they do this in yoga as well, and it applies just as much for when you're exercising. You're breathing in through your nose for a count of 4, upper and lower lungs, and breathing out through your mouth 4 counts. And if you do that several times, I say about 5, you'll begin to notice that you are in control of your heart rate and it begins to slow down. Just don't panic. Take control of the situation. You should always be more in control of your body than your body is in control of you, on the most part. All right, as well as small things that, might be great tips to help you understand how important breathing is for your general exercising. Say, for instance, if you're doing an aggressive move, you're breathing out. If you are doing a recessive move, you're breathing in. Now, I'll break this down. Say, for instance, you're going to do a bicep curl. And so when you're doing your recessive move, which means you are not using that much energy, the gravity is helping the situation, so you don't have to exert a great amount of energy, so you're breathing in. Now, when you're doing your aggressive move, that means that you're going to be actually putting some energy in that situation, and sometimes you're fighting against gravity, so that's when you're breathing out. Deep breath in and breathe out. Okay? Now, I'll give you another example. Say, for instance, you're doing a shoulder raise. When you're doing your recessive move, which means you're bringing the shoulder down, you're breathing in. When you're doing an aggressive move, when you're pushing that shoulder away with an apparatus or a dumbbell, deep breath in and breathe out. Okay, so there are several different reasons, especially when I'm running, it's always a focal point as well. That's, part of the yoga aspect. It's a focal point of keeping you centered and keep you, pretty much focused on what's going on with your body, what's going on in that situation. Checking in psychologically and saying I'm making sure that the functions in my body are working well all at once. So I hope that this answer was helpful. And I want to thank everyone for visiting the page again. This is Body Basics by Sherrille, and this is the question of the week. This is the 4th edition. I hope to see you guys come back and ask some more questions, and thank you very much for checking out my page. So again, I say to everyone, I hope everyone has a happy and a healthy week. I'm your web mistress, Sherrille Lamb, for Body Basics, and I'll see you next week.